released some new guitar models, including this new member of the AZ series, the 47P2K Dragon's Eye Burst. This one has a Hawaiian koa top, which is giving me massive Reb Beach vibes. There's an ebony fretboard. There's the oval-shaped roasted maple AZ style neck on there, jumbo stainless frets. You've got Goto locking machine heads and a bridge. And then we've got a set of Damasio pickups in here, wired up to a 5-way switch, master volume and master tone. There's a classic combo of the Air Norton in the neck and the tone zone in the bridge. Then there's a Damasio True Velvet in the middle. Furthermore, this has a basswood body. This is nice and light, and the collar and basswood is a pretty classic combination. We heard some noodling in the intro with this one over an 80s style backing track. Let's hear some tones in isolation, going from clean to mean, and then we'll wrap up at the end. Much like the new S-Series guitar and just about everything Ibanez that I've tried to date, it's a very slick, well thought out and well executed guitar. I think if you're going for that kind of 80s vibe, but you want something a little more stylish, or again, you want maybe that Sir or Anderson style guitar with the fancy wood on the top, but you don't want to pay the big ticket price, this is definitely going to be something to put onto your radar. This combo of the Godot bridge and hardware, the stainless frets, the roasted maple neck, it is pretty addictive to play, and I can see why so many different manufacturers have kind of settled on this spec. They really do feel like players' specs on there. The basswood and Koa combo, I think, is pretty cool too. That's not something that you see every day, and like everything in the AZ, or the AZ series, as we say down here, you've got the lovely contours on here, and it's just ergonomic in all the right ways. I actually really like the matching black headstock on here. I think the only thing that I'm not crazy about is this like perloid binding. I'd much rather just have the top veneer go to the edge, have natural binding, or just have simple single ply white binding on there. But I know a bunch of people are into that particular look. Personally though, I would have just gone with plain wood on the top, because I think this piece of color that they have chosen, if I can even catch it in the light properly, is absolutely beautiful. Again, it kind of gives me that Pentasur vibe that I associate with one of my favorite players, Reb Beach. So I should probably have a crack at a bit of a Reb Beach solo to play you all out. Big thank you to Australis Music for loaning me this guitar to make this video. I'll put a link to it in the video description. And if you like what I'm doing here on the channel, you can support me directly by visiting my Patreon or checking out the music that I make with my band Ragdoll. See you next time.